Hello and welcome to today's stream. We are beginning a pretty big playthrough, as I was sort of promising. Hang on a second. And so yes, we are playing our big long project, which I've alluded to, which is Xenoblade Chronicles X. I've seen plenty of people having done plays of the original game, so I thought let's go with the one I actually really like, is this one, X. So yes, this came out a couple of years ago. It's over a couple of years ago on the Wii U, and yeah, I love it. I think it's a good way of doing that. Now, just a quick couple of notices to cover. I have had to remove one of my videos from last week, which was the Gundam Versus one, due to a copyright claim which came up because of one little bit of instrumental music, and it blocked the video in quite a few countries. So unfortunately I have had to delete that, and as a result, especially with Nintendo's practices, I have had to lower the audio levels as a whole on the gameplay side for this. So it is going to be a bit on the quiet side. I have got subtitles open, so that's open on. So hopefully you'll be able to see what comes up speech-wise. Although if you let me know, I might be able to turn it up a bit. But I don't know quite how far I'll be able to go. But anyway, let's start the new game. So, oops. Yes, so brightness, turn that up. There we go. Okay, I forgot it did that. It's been a while since that. A lot of the online functions aren't going to work properly due to Miiverse having been shut down. But yes, if you wish to follow on the channel, obviously subscribe, and I would like to hear from you all. So right now I'm expecting a text crawl Star Wars style. That bit of thing out. So obviously Monolith Soft, who also did Chrono Trigger, and not Chrono Trigger, sorry, the artist worked on that. Xenogears and Xenosaga. There was one of the artists who worked on Chrono Trigger, that's what I'm thinking of, who worked on some of the early bits. I can't remember what. I think it definitely was an artist, which has now gone. I think there's some sort of connection between the Chrono games and the Xeno games. Man, I may have just dug myself a hole there. Yeah. But yeah. And so we approach a planet. Wait, have we just got Independence Day here again? Or Unicron, maybe. Yeah, I geek on these things. When it comes to invasions, they might as well just do it. Oh yeah, fighting each other, forgot that bit. Just hopefully that, yeah, that'll be coming up on the screen, the subtitles. And we and well, apparently one group of aliens likes using the Triforce. So Hyrule decides to invade. You know, it wasn't fair. And off go ships. And yeah, not our pilots don't seem to be doing that well. That's the only unfortunate thing. You know, the name White Whale, excuse me, not a very encouraging name for a survivalist group of ships. Now, I would bring up obviously the little note there that was I did see when the game was coming out about a complaint on the voicing. The first Xenoblade Chronicles game was voiced by British cast mostly, at least on the dub, and obviously there was a lot of complaints that I saw coming up for this one, which was the fact that the cast was American. However, when you consider the development of the game, having an American voice cast for the English voicing makes sense. As we just saw, this sorry, this ship is a American ship. So as such, most of the people are going to be American heritaged and speak with some sort of American accent. So I have no sort of problem on that one. I'm looking forward to Xenoblade 2 with the return to the British voice cast, or rather Welsh and Scottish. And here we go. We have a character customization system for this game. And we can change the background of the design room. So yeah, so I would be say obviously give me suggestions for what okay, not that bit. Because that's the default design on them. Oh, I guess we can change more features on them, but this is obviously the female design. So anyone, or I'll just do myself the look, which will probably be female. So yes, we have different hairstyles as well. Obviously, there's a whole collection for male. And yep, this weird love of the upward bit of hair, sort of on that. Just work out what. We'll probably spend a fair bit of time just. Deciding on hair. Personally, I like that one. Right, that's the. So size, we can. Well, go for something tall. Skin tone. The skin settings. So. Yes, you can have different. Not even there. You could have green if you would like. Blue, purple. So I mean, I sort of think. There. There. It's hard to really tell, so that base one, scars. Yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of scars myself. Moles, nope. So we've got style, that's special. Oh right, so we can add the pokey up here. Oh, wait a minute, ZL and ZR. Alter that, interesting. Less hair options now. Roots and colours. So, yeah, we can have all sorts of colours on this. I'm just trying to find blue. I'm personally a fan of purple hair. So do that. And maybe darken it a little more. Then we got, so yeah, there's so many options for here, and yeah, no, now the eye thing. Remember this, it will play an important part. It will play an important part later. With that. Colours, so I'm gonna go with, oh, where is it? Green. And where is it? Green and blue. So then we got that. Not going to worry about. Yeah. Not going to worry on that. I got face paint as well. So you can have like tattoos or whatever. Team Batman in there. I'm going to leave that. And then got the voice. And obviously different people who voiced them. Try that. Yeah, there was a bit of a reference, obviously, to the original game. I'll go with the independent option. And then yeah, that's that. So yeah, sorry about that. Took a while on it. I forget, it's been so long since I've done it. I kind of forgotten how much there was we could do before you're actually allowed to start on that. So as I will see if you're. So yeah, see we've got Elma here. So yes, here we go. Computer, don't do that. No, you obey me, computer. Nope, stop it. Stop it. You know what? Where's that computer that's trying to kill us all this time? Well, you know how things never want to go as we are, right? And stop beeping. I was enjoying this darkness before it all happened. Wait, why have I got to stand clear? Couldn't exactly move anywhere, could I? Boy. Well, here we go. I would hope to be in one piece, given everything we just went through. You know, kind of crash landing and whatnot. But you know, it's always a weird thing.
Careful. Just take it nice and slow, okay? Your senses will need time to reactivate.
At least the place doesn't look too bad, apart from it's all wet. I would prefer, you know, waking up in a nice sunny day. Get to enjoy the new world that we've crashed on. But oh dear, that's not good. I'm the only survivor there. So yes, they are mostly a silent protagonist.
You don't even remember your own name? Must be the stasis hangover. That's not good.
Well,
Just try and focus, alright?
need to know on some. Yeah, so now unfortunately you're not able to see the gamepad, as I don't have a way of capturing it. But what's happened is just brought the keyboard up on the gamepad for me to enter with. So I'll do what I can. So I'll just put in my name bit, and as you can now see what I typed in up there. No, I just did that. Didn't let me move on to the confirm option up on the main screen. So yeah, I'll try and remember to describe what I'm doing on the gamepad at all times. Apologise on not being able to show you, but mostly there you'll be able to see most things there. So yeah, you get these little options. Don't think what they are, but let's just go with the disorientated. So yeah. Oh yeah, nice. I just said I'm not recovered, and she just dumps a weapon with me. Yeah, that's rather. Yeah, she's rather cruel in that way, isn't she? So yeah. Well, let's head out, I guess. And yeah, we're gonna head off. So we are. So yeah, these little advice bits. Gonna head out. So we're in Primordia. So our little stasis pod. And as you can see up on screen, we'll see achievements, which we've done. They're appearing up on the top left. On the right, we have our minimap and radar thing. So it's moving around. obviously, yeah. X is tagging between ranged and melee fighting, which is a big thing in this game. ZR lets us jump, and none of the other Z. So I think that was, yeah. L is to reset the camera behind us. Obviously, yeah, you got the buttons up there, but you know, just going over it myself to read them off. So we will just move up. Now the big thing with Xenoblade games is exploration. Move up and it triggered a story moment. Now this isn't sort of open world game. It is an open world game, so there's only a couple of places it actually has to load. Separate areas, mostly which are inside. We're going to be spending 90% of the game in an outside environment. Yeah. Of course, memory loss is the perfect excuse to give us exposition. So, yeah, note that she says your homeworld, not our homeworld. So, yeah, we've got plenty of things to cover. Obviously, once again, while this we're doing this, obviously let me know, you know, your own thoughts on this game in the chat, or if you have questions you would like me to sort of answer and whatnot. So that, you know, I do want to hear from viewers, so, or even leave them in the comments if you're watching this, you know, outside of the live stream. And yeah, here we go. Into battle. And she's not giving us some. Here we go. So, into combat. And bringing the weapon out. So, you get close enough, you will do auto attacks with melee weapons. If I then hit X, I can switch, and we auto attack with our ranged weapon. Now, you have these meters building up around them that will increase their effectiveness. Of course, these are our arts, which are sort of special attacks. The one thing here is obviously some enemies are vulnerable to different types of attacks, so you need to sort of work out what they are vulnerable to, and working out whether it's best to hit them from ranged or close range attacks. So, do we want a job? Well, that's the ultimate and interesting questions. Do we want to get a job in this when we get to wherever the safety zone is? I'll just hold off a moment so you can give me something in the chat, as you are a little bit behind, obviously, on from where I am. So, anything? Yeah, which we will need. I'll have a quick drink while I give you a moment. I mean, I'm tempted to scowl on this one. So, yeah, okay, I'm going to get that in. Let's see what she's like. Not going to have a go at me. You know, some games will just keep you locked in a loop until you agree to something, don't they? But, so we're moving on. So, yeah. And then, yes, so we've got loot. Which we can do that. And then if I then bring plus, I can bring up our gear to alter. So I am unable to equip them due to level requirements, level 3. And no melee gear I can equip, so if I click in the left stick we get to run. And we can interact with these things and just go through and do that to get stuff. Cute. I've got a bit of a stiff. And then we have these. Yeah, that was a collection point. They're all over the game where it basically just gives you a random item to collect. Here's another one. I'll just stop so you get a better look. So yeah, these will be scattered around the environment and give us all sorts of odds and ends. So yeah, it's best to learn. So yeah, this is going to be needed for gaining resources as you progress in the game. So yeah. See actually, yeah. So now characters will call out for you to do certain actions and do that. And there is benefits if you perform them as and when. Now so that one's. So yeah, I've got a rank up there. Well, there's something over there to investigate. Yep, and yeah, you can jump pretty far to here. So you got the different things, and we got some more stuff there. So it is a and we have got a new art, cleanse armor, which yeah, boosting our defense. Now that's now that chance box gives you different things. So you want to try and aim at it within that yellow ring bit, as it is the better part to do it in. Again, those are a very major part of these games. So stagger with a melee. Yeah, so as I said, doing that when you can is good. And I'm going to see if I can get that meter build up. Yeah, so yeah, you can be stunned or whatever, as we just saw there. And yeah, sometimes auto attacks do have a cooldown, but not normally that big. Now, that ring is done. So yeah, that boosts up. So the class rank up system is boosts our thing. Whoops, I hit the wrong. Yes, and so yeah, we do that. And go up. Yeah, now some enemies have multiple spots you can target them on. Because depending on the part, you can break parts off. And then, yeah, clicking the right stick, you will lock onto that part of the body. And more gear. So I'm going to lock onto that thing's stinger. And oops, so that was a bit of a mispress there. Yes, by breaking off limb parts, it can reduce the attacks they do, and sometimes also give you more drops for loot. So that is a reason. So if possible, it is worth taking out different parts of the body. So yeah, now we've got another art there. So show you. So where are we? Party. And class. Now, see, classes have a rank system. As you rank them up, you will learn more arts or abilities. This is the entire class system. We start out as Drifter. Now, this one is the sort of jack of all traits one. And once you rank it up enough, you will get to move on. Now, as you can see, it splits off. As a Drifter, we are actually capable of going into any of these paths, so it doesn't matter too much if which one you choose later on. And as you can see, you get to the second tier of classes, which then each of them has 2 more tiers after that. And from there, there's just a more advanced version of it. So there is that. As I say, we are a Drifter at the minute. We are out to rank 4, and that's pretty good. So, as I say, we've got all these arts that we will learn down on the bottom right as part of this class. So, that's pretty good. And if I hit, there we go. And obviously by switching to the skill list that we would learn, we do not learn any as a Drifter. So it is just arts. Excuse me. There's no point. And the other bits not needed to look at the minute. It helps if I remember what a button is, isn't it? So that one, and we'll just deal with it. So, what do we learn? Slit Edge. Now, so as you can read on the thing, it says if we attack from the side, we do increased damage, which I didn't do, unfortunately. After a while, things do respawn, which has happened a little bit. Okay, no, that one's there already, so if I can get on its side, and there. Oh. Now the cool bit is in this game, there's that little bit tells you where you are in relationship on an enemy to where you are, as it says. We are now front and high. Your positioning is key here, and because different spots are vulnerable at different angles of attack. So we have to note on that. Now there is something there. Oh, what the heck is... We have a big thing here. Let's take it. And yeah, let's try and get around here so we can get rid of that spot. And blow that part off. Now there is a little meter as well for that component. Oh heck, that was not nice. What it did. Toppled it. Topple sort of stuns them out for a bit, and we can get rid of it. And it didn't give us anything interesting. A class level up there. Now there is something, as you can see on the radar in yellow. The yellow spots are important ones. That is something to interact with in the overworld. Like this. So just go and have to mash the A button. Position. What? Oh, hello, Levi. What's my position in regards to the enemy? A big mechanic through the whole game. I think you just want to clarify on that. Enemy a big mechanic. Yeah, 'cause I don't quite get what you mean on that. I apologise. So if you can just sort of give me a bit of a better stance on what you're meaning. There we go, got that creature. Because, yep, go up and knock this thing a bit. See if we can... Oh, yes, now some enemies can call for help. And get rid of this thing's ear. And take on that. So we have... Yeah, we can provide buffs on certain people. Now, as you saw in the art, if they do call out for certain things to be done, they will flash. We go. Oh, we only got one thing. Oh, we've got a rare drop there. The advanced iron razors. I can't see at this distance. On that. And yeah. So we are now. So landmarks are a key thing, which we can't really do anything about at the minute. So, because that will require us to get past this part of the game. So we broke that thing's abdomen off. I can't seem to find the one on this one. Let's just grenade it. See, pulsing because it wants me to do that. And do that. Now the key thing in this game is combat-wise, there is no actual combat healer. There are some healing abilities, but they are not locked to a particular sort of combat role. So that is the thing. You have to run on that. So let's just move off this way then. And yeah, that happened. So we move on here. That view really does make me think a bit of the Gower Plains from the original game. Ah, okay, Levi. Enemy a big mechanic. Okay, yes, the positioning system. No, the positioning is more for getting off special effects on attacks. Like the weapon the art I have at the minute does more damage at the side. It's not quite critical, but there are other arts that do different things based on your positioning. So you could have some which may do the knockdowns, or topple as they're referred to here, to stun them for a moment, or inflict special elemental things, so like burning them, or giving them a paralysation effect which slows down their rate of attacks. So that's the sort of thing you would use positioning for. Plus, given a lot of enemies may have multiple spots you can hit them, because they'll have different parts that you can break off to get more loot, or try and get more loot, you'd use your positioning to be able to hit those spots. So yeah, that's the whole thing. And yeah, it's hard to obviously always explain some odds and ends and whatnot. But yes, here we are. Good view of showing us Primordia and the crash site of our home, or at least on this one, and a nice variety of creatures. So yeah, it is an amazing sight to behold. All these different creatures that roam the surface. Going for a nice swim. Now this is this sort of thing. And yes, it is a in-depth system. It is they've expanded on the sort of effects and the like a little bit from the first game, while also cutting a couple out. From what they've shown on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, they're going to take it a lot further. So, but obviously that's for when that game is around. We're also just focusing on this one. This game, at the minute, we are only stuck to fighting on foot like this. Later in the game, as can be seen from the artwork, you will get access to giant mech suits, and combat with them does change a bit. So, but we have got a while to do before we get to that point. So, unfortunately, in a way, we do have that wait, but at the same time, it gives us it would give people plenty of time to learn ground combat. Because once you get your mech, the way you fight certain things is different. And then later on you get flight capabilities with it. Which change the game up even more in how you would fight certain things, and even gaining the ability to engage some targets you never could engage previously. So let's move down. But in a way, it's also the combat system is down to as you'd. Yes, so yeah, you got this little chat box that then popped up because we got close enough to him. So we're on this. So this is a base camp. Different bits, and we can go up. There's this creature here. So there's that bit on the head which we can target. And obviously, to get certain, as I say, with the weak spot thing, well, there's no weak spot, but these vulnerable parts. So there we obviously hit on the head and took that out. Now we'd want to do here now. Oh no, okay, he died before I could do. Take all those bits. Right then, let's see if I can go on this. So the positioning, as we can read with slit edge, it says from the side boost damage. And did that, and yeah, when those little flashing sort of like stars appear around the damage, it signifies that you are doing extra damage. So, and as you saw there, the big 59 with the thing, because we did the extra damage. And we have a new art in here. Nope, and I don't get a chance to show it off. Sorry about that. Now I was looking for this to interact with. So treasure. Oh boy. Yeah, well, so we get a nice view down here. Got some various creatures, including those big guys. Now those big ones are something you would want the mechs to deal with. It is possible to take them on foot when you're at the right level, but there are some enemies you'd want to take on with mechs. Now here is there's a time changing spot, so you can just toggle the time of day. There are certain things that will only appear in day, and some things at night, and even certain hours in between. So you can time manage with that. But let's move on. I want to try and get to the city. Now we could just jump down there, but if I sort of like lock on, so we've got that creature's there. Yeah, level 5. So yeah, now the game is not linear with its leveling system. There are going to be some high level monsters roaming around with these low level things. Now, as I say, we've got a new art, so it gives us a taunt. So now, as you can see, there's a laser line linked to us, because that just tells you about taunts. Now, see, the flame grenade has a bonus, as it says there, that it does extra damage to a toppled enemy. Now, normally a toppled enemy also suffers more damage anyway. I'll try and get it to show. So we do that. Flick topple. And we do... We will do that. So yeah, move combos are a big part of the combat engine. So put up our defenses. And we can taunt. Some are not so... some are more very basic combos, like you would want to put your defenses up for a taunt. And there we go, that's that down. And we didn't get a bonus even though I took on... So yeah, it's not a guarantee you're going to get extra loot when you break off parts. It will... It's just a chance. Now, that icon next to that enemy is an eye. Meaning, if they see you, they will attack. Yeah, like that. There is different triggers sometimes for a fight. So, and boom. Let's do that. And going on that. So, take all that. Now then, so we will hit this bigger target. As you can see, there's a weak spot on the legs. Well, not quite a weak spot, but we'd want to go for that. Now, so as you saw, that thing did not get toppled when I hit it with the thing. Certain enemies are resilient to certain status effects. So yes, that is something to pay attention to, or they'll only take certain status effects when you hit them with certain things. And oh, that one's a nasty drop on us. So again, like having the mech could inflict on it. Yeah, now as you saw, I had a healing maneuver there. So no. As you saw, I died. Yeah, now, unfortunately that has happened, so we have to go back to the last landmark. Now, thankfully, in a way, with the Xenoblade games, there isn't a sort of penalty system with death. Just lucky to see the weather there. Now, weather is slightly random in these games, as it will affect what you pick up. Yeah, sorry, it will affect what you pick up as well. Let's pick that up now. Let's just go back into the menu. So we're now level... I don't know what level we are now, actually. So let's go party. So look at our level. So we are at level 4. Not quite up to level 5, which I saw was needed for some of the gear. So move on to take on these things again. So it is the only thing it does. It has forced, I guess you could say the only penalty is it has forced them to respawn. As you can see, I'm with a heart there. So yeah, if they give you a request for a certain style of art to be done, and you do it, it will... Oh, I failed on that press. It will boost the sort of what they refer to as affinity between your characters, so it'll make them more able to make them more coordinated and able to do certain things. Now, boosting the levels between characters is important for doing certain missions later on. So it is something to pay attention to. Now they want us to taunt, so we will do that. So, yep, we will do that. Now, if you do these sort of requested moves, it will heal you a little bit, which is sort of the main way to heal in battle. Especially given until you have actual healing abilities. So that is to be paid attention to. Now, I am not going to engage that thing this time. And there's another one down here. I'll pick that up. And pick that one up. So that was sort of a little off the beaten path. So let's move back up here. Grab that. So yeah, I mean, if you get a chance to pick things up, do it because of the whole thing. So, yeah, in we go. Yeah, now certain weapons will attack quicker than others. Now there is a difference also damage output wise between melee and range, as you can see, also depending on the gun. Like the machine gun, which we've got, will put out a lot of auto attacks in one go, but very low damage, where the knife, if I can get in a position we can see, there we are. Ooh. The knife will do a decent amount of damage in one hit, but it won't attack as quickly, so you have to keep that in sort of mind for what goes on. And I just spotted there was a yellow thing there, and as you saw on the overworld, so yeah, the world will basically be wanting you to explore. Oh, that one's missed that. Missed that. Be a thing. So, and take that on. Now, I am sort of spamming the arts a little bit, which isn't really the best thing to do in the game. Oh yeah, it's up there, which we can't get to at the moment. So yeah, there are some things you can't get to until you have your flying mech. Yeah, now, she wants me to use melee attack, but I've spammed out my arts and the enemy just ran off the cliff. Which... oh boy. Not helpful, and Elmer's run off after it. So I'm going to just try and run away from that. Oh boy, that's... yeah, so now we've got an enemy that's exclusive to night, which we encountered in the intro bit. And I'm really mucking this up a lot. Right. Right. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that one. Just do that up. Actually, come on, Elmer. I'm 29 HP. I need to heal. Man, I'm really mucking this up, and I apologise on that. That is not my goal. So yeah, Elmer's not going to finish the fight before timeout, so we'll just walk back to the thing. But while we're just doing this, obviously welcome if you only just joined us. And yeah, and it only keeps spawning us back there. Grab these two quick pickups because oh, that was there then. Yeah. And there we go. Yeah, I know, fail. Don't, but as I say, there isn't a penalty really for death, at least when you're on foot. I'll discuss the possible penalty when it comes to the mechs when we have one, but that is a long way off if we're going to be like this. So, and another art there it said we learnt. I mean, because yeah, you do keep all experience, items and whatnot were from when you died. There's no there's no degradation in stuff. Now the lightning is basically sound, if I remember correctly. So what we got here? Yes, so there, this TP, as you can see, all above the arts meter, on this side there's the blue meter and the green meter. Blue meter is our health, the green meter is TP. Now you use TP to perform some of these more abilities, so as you saw that one there, it gives an evasion boost and it also will restore our health. A very helpful thing. So look, oh, that's so equipping our skills there, which we can't do. Now, one thing with arts, as we've been gaining, is, as you can see up top there, I'll show you, is these battle points, which you earn when you beat enemies. You can then spend them to improve your arts or your skills. And yeah, there's a lot of arts we can learn. But because it's showing us arts which are not just from our own class, from later classes as well. So it's just showing the arts that our weapons are compatible with. So yeah, so there is that. I mean, we are now up to rank 8. So we'll be able to start picking, consider thinking about what tier 2 class we would want to use. I personally, where is it? Like went down on this one, the photon saber, aka a lightsaber. You can basically be a Jedi without the Force. So obviously it's all personal. As you can see, there is different weapons. So we've got the psycho launchers of the photon saber, the ray gun, which we currently have a knife, sniper rifle and a javelin, or dual guns and dual swords, like Elmer does, Gatling gun and a shield, and then the assault rifle, which we've currently got as well, and a longsword. So yeah, there is a lot of customization. A lot of features a lot of weapon sort of options to choose from. And as I said, we are capable of choosing it. Oh, hello, Kerberos. No, this is not my first playthrough. I got this game when it first came out, and I have beaten it before. I just thought with the second main series game coming out, to play through it again. And how did I die on that one? No. I did not die this many times the first time. Let's just see. Am I able to... Level 4. I'm nearly leveled up to 5 and I can give myself better weapons. Oh, jeez. I'm sucking this time. But as I was saying, no, I have played the game before and it's just been a while since I've touched it. Yeah, because I've got my file save on a different hard drive that I've attached to my Wii U, and on that I did basically 100% the game, which does include beating a very deadly creature. I'm not going to spoil that one. We will encounter it as we play through the game normally. I do not like encountering it. So Buzz saying, yeah, well, I thought with Xenoblade 2 coming out next month, I would share the other game in the series. So I've seen quite a few playthroughs done on the original game, which I plan to also do at some point. But I thought, why not stream the game that seems to have been missed a bit? So yeah, we'll do that now. Let's see if we can get this. Yeah, level 2 now. And in we go. That's better. There we go. And as it's done the ground. Oh no, got up just before I was able to do that. Yep. Now, so all the audio boxes do also go in the colour of the art you want. Obviously, yeah, if you've got any other questions, doesn't necessarily have to be on this game. Obviously, feel free to send those in, because I would love to hear from you. Obviously, if you're watching this in some sort of catch-up method, obviously, I would obviously read the comments and see what they are. It's another class up, so we're getting close to that level 10. Oh no, I didn't stop quick enough to switch in, so we will do that and go get the blade attack and combo. Oh, incoming enemy, another one. Try and finish this off quickly. Can't really do anything else there. I would. There we go. And we can do that hard hit. On to that. And there we are. So seeing. And we are now level 5. So you can see we can alter some of our gear. So yeah, we select our character. So yeah, obviously you can see all the different attachments. There is a lot of customization slots. So weapon wise, you can see these are our rifles. So different stats that they affect. So we are currently starting with a proto assault rifle. A couple of advanced ones. As you can see on the stats at the bottom of their stats, some of them have special effects. So this one is some potential up 1, which I forget what that stat affects. And that one is ranged attack up 1, so they'll boost our stats. So, and this one, as you can see, has a load of things. So gain TP, stabilizer, and potential. Plus there is an empty slot, which later on we'll get the ability to attach different parts to it to give different things. And so it's that. So seeing, because obviously different things. So this one though also is rarer, has less ammo though per shot. As you can see, the other has a 20 round clip effectively, but this one has 18, but also has enhanced better stability. Now there is also, as you can see, the difference there under attribute between physical and beam. Different enemies will have different resistances and weaknesses. So some will resist, say, physical hits to do less damage. Others may take more damage from it, and the same would apply with beams. Now these all have attack damage 4. Stability is your accuracy. So, as you see, that's 5. This is 10. If I equip that and then if I go over it, it doesn't go red or anything. But cooldown is how long it takes before it will attack again. So we've done that. Now, melee weapon. We've got this other knife, which naturally we're going to put on. Headgear. Again, we've got different boosts. Now, as you can see now, now we have, I'll bring up, as we are in the armor, you have attribute resistances in the bottom right area of our stats. Now, there are quite a few different ones there. Those are your sort of elemental attack types. So, yes, you have your physical and beam, but you then have heat, electric, poisons, gravity. Yeah, you can have gravity used against you, and all sorts of odds and ends. So that will do different bits. As you can see, all these little stat alterations on the gear itself. Like the prototype headset we have by default will reduce almost everything by 5. Oh, sorry, -5 to the defensive levels, whereas this one I've just got highlighted at the minute, the Worn Survival Goggles, will increase, well, will only increase 1 defense, but also put the others back to 0, but decrease our gravity weakness by 15 points. So, let's be better when this other bit will set a lot of our things to 0, but increase our electrical defense. So, I think we'll have that one. Then obviously we've got all these other odds and ends. So, it is worth paying attention to what you're going to become weak to when you're equipping your armor. Gravity is a hard one, I find, to do that. Obviously, you've got your another stat there is also the defense point. Now, this is a bit of armor that says I can only wear it at level 8, so I can't use this 20-point defense. Whereas here, excuse me, have a 9-point defense. So do that. We've got no sleeves for the left arm, whereas on the right we do have this glove. Yeah. So and that one boosts our melee attack, so that'd be good. And then for trousers, as they should be called, 1 point up in defense, and we are losing gravity now. Gravity at this point of the game isn't really too much of a problem, I'd say that. So yeah, that's what we have. Trying to see. Yeah. And then obviously we could. I don't think we. No, I can't alter Elmer at the minute. Okay, we'll be able to alter Elmer later. Now, one thing I think that is in the settings. Just trying to check on something. Ah, yes, this one, headgear. So when you've got your headgear equipped, you can choose to turn it off, so you don't disrupt. I'm going to turn it off, so for now, just so you can see, as you can see, that eye patch thing is now gone. And we've got a new back plate on because of our weapon and the knife. So there's our new sort of ray gun thing. Now, hopefully, this improved stat line will let us get to where we want to go. Move along here. There is something out there that yellow marker is highlighting for us. So we will go over and see what that is. There is something here as well. Level 4 creature. Let's give it a try of our new guns. So yeah, this ray gun firing a load of laser shots. Not too bad. Not too bad. Definitely makes a difference when you upgrade your gear. Now, there is a gear thing later we can do, which is called fashion gear. So that you can set, like, to appear in a particular way, and you can still change what your defensive stats are. So if you wanted to have that, like I said, a particular look. But we'll deal with that later. Oh, and that went away, that one. So you've got a broken vehicle. Looks like almost like a warthog from the Halo series. Just not quite as high up, but it's mostly that gun on the back. Unless the Halo ring did crash on here. Yeah, who knows? Who knows about these creatures again? This is now daytime. Now, as you can see up there, this is the thing I was saying about high-level monsters existing close by. There is a level 21 creature up there. And the level 30 is just over there. So, yes, you have to really be careful. Highest level thing in the game is level 99. Bear in mind, you cannot get that high level yourself. So, because the level cap is 60. I finally got a new landmark. So, we will move on. And jump up. And there we go. For that. And there's that yellow alert. That's sort of just telling us where we need to go. But it can also lead to other things. So there's something in this area we need to find. So we'll just do that. So nearly done with the prologue. So yeah, we're arriving at our what will be our new home. Oh, hello. So we deal with this thing. I definitely think that these local creatures are obviously not happy with us, or at least think we're dinner. One of the two, and I'm hoping it's not the dinner option. And, well, here we go for a fight. Well, let's do this then. Now then, let's go in. Switch to the machine gun. So let's see if we can get around to target another part of the body. There. Now we can get on the tail. And hit that tail, and then we toppled them. Oh, and yeah, they were dead at that point. Move around the fight. See if we can get to that spot to hit the weakness. No. We're not going to get that option, so let's just blow them at that spot. Okay, that sounded wrong. And I missed that. Because I was a little bit embarrassed with what I said. And get rid of that thing's ability to reproduce. Oh geez, what's wrong with me today? Well, we are trying to survive, Elmer. Yeah, so there are some creatures that will just attack you on sight no matter what. So it's just trying to adapt with what we want. Quickly checking on my bits. So we're going to go inside the city. Look at that. Cool that. And let's head in. Yeah, so these big jumps are, well, our best way of exploration going forward. And it's starting to rain again. So, yeah, we can't get in this way. Let's go this way now. As you can see here, he actually has a name, which means you've got to physically talk with them to do things. And, yeah, on that stuff. So, as I say, telling us to go up to, as the door isn't working. So, we have to go up this way to the lift. And again, I am just going to use English term, UK terms, things. So call the lift, which is already down, and going up. So we can get a view out over Primordia, although unfortunately the weather doesn't let us, get much of a view. Excuse me. And yeah, unfortunately the weather's just ruined it all now for us, because I would have liked to given you a nice sunny view of the region I want to talk to, and there we go. So yeah, you can see some things in the distance and overhead. So let's head inside. Into the tunnel. Here we go. Welcome to New Los Angeles. This is the hub for the game in a way. It's where you'll find your missions, the shops, and pretty much all that sort of stuff. You will head out here.
Not too shabby, huh?
I admit,
For a giant beach spaceship, anyway.
I admit it is the sort of place I would enjoy living.
Like it or not, this place is our home now.
So
We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth.
okay, I may have jumped ahead of the name. Sorry.
We call it New Los Angeles.
Yeah, I jumped ahead on the name. I apologise, everyone. So, get our first proper view on this. So, it is broken down into sectors. Again, I'm probably jumping ahead with the tour. And there's our first look at one of our mechs here, where we saw them in the opening cutscene. Though we won't get them yet. Some nice cats, and cars are pretty cool as well. And the main hub building itself. So yeah, this is and that will be explained, that counter up there, so I'm going to stay quiet on that for the minute. We all go. So we head out. Took a bit longer than I wanted to get through the paralogue, but we are done. This is it. Xenoblade Chronicles X. Or, in Japan, as it was referred to, the X Mint Cross. So. And obviously, auto, save point for the game. So, we'll continue on a little bit. For now. And, go and start having a look around the city, I guess, in a bit. We'll have to do this. Well, let's go. Let's go in and I actually like the one sleeve, sort of one long sleeve look. Head down and off we go in. Yeah. Well, that's not too bad, is it? 10 people back. Although I don't know how many were actually on board the ship, so the more survivors we rescue, the better.
Director General. Since when? 2 days ago, ma'am.
So Elma's been out of the city for 2 days, at least.
Irina, Gwyn.
And no, it's not that way around. The girl is Iwina, Gwyn being the guy. As much as I kind of would find it funny if they were the other way round. And yeah, we have options again. Any thoughts on which one you'd want to see? Wonder why they're... Although there's no real difference in audio. I'll give you a moment to give me an answer on the chat. There. Because, yeah, that would be interesting to see what you guys would be interested in. Either of them. Yeah. If there is either of them you'd like to see. Stop if it helps if I don't hit things that are no. What? I mean, there is anyone who wants to give me a request for an answer? As a try, I would like this sort of. If we've got these sort of choice things, I would like to try and have them some sort of interactivity. I'll just go with that one. That sounds very ominous, being part of that skeleton crew, but. So a colonel. Yeah, if it's about respect, she'd call her by her actual name. In a way, that this. Oh well, we're going on. And as it turns out, politicians here are still just as big a liars as they are in the real world. Yeah. No. I would not call him Mr. Evans. As that's kind of... No. Just no. So yeah, the interceptors. We will come to that sort of function later. So do not worry about me not going into what they mean by that, because there is actually a function for that as we move forward with the game. So yeah, chapter 1. Now this is just really the intro area. So we are now in the Central Industrial District. This is our thing. Oh yeah, so more people to talk to. So yeah, there's talk to her. And this saw a bit earlier, one outside, the intro, and now in here. This is a Skell, the mech suit of the game. Well, one type of it. Now they are highly custom. There is different designs of them. I picked up some chat from that person. But yeah, goes like here we. That was a lifting one. Here is a different type of one, more military in purpose. And trying to organise something between those two. This person's in a pilot suit for operating one of the skells. And yeah. Another model there. Pick up the chatter from him. So if I go up this way quickly, the other side of that door we were unable to get through, so yeah. Go and jump like that. And yep, we can just walk on her scale. Oh, and into another cutscene. So yeah, they're doing all the work here. We've got a lot of odds and ends happening. And there's one with the flight gear. Of course that's ominous, isn't it? The emergency heads-up display. Oh, please don't break the pillars. We need those. And well, that wasn't. Well, okay, that nearly was perfect. And yeah, a kid driving. Or at least what appears to be a kid driving, anyway. Yeah, and she's not very good at it. It seems. Oh, blow that thing open. Okay, look, those helmets are definitely not going to have been cheap to manufacture. Man. So yeah. Oh well, that's happens, doesn't it? So yeah, the loading is mostly all connected around the cutscenes, so don't worry. Man. Exhaust in the cockpit is a bad thing. A very bad thing. No. So. She is thing. And yes, she is wearing Monado hair clips. It serves no plot purpose, I will spoil that. Mostly just for show. As a nod to the previous game. Yeah, because there is no plot connection at all. It is just elements of the combat mechanics and the like there is in it. Yeah, yeah, I'm going with the age thing because yeah, 13-year-old who's in yeah, they let a 13-year-old be the chief engineer of your giant mech suit that can fly. Whoever let her do that has lost their job, I think. They really need to have better policies in NLA. Granted, though, if they're missing a lot of crew, that's just take whatever they can, I guess. Get it? Oh, he's a big softie at heart, I think. So yes, we get to edit crew. So, well, we have to put her in a team anyway for this. So, rank 9 on the Drifter. That's good. So, go in like that. I don't have access to certain things yet. So, now where are we? So yeah, his is, I'm going to speak to Doug quickly as it is. So yeah, just do that. But I'm going to do something first. Yeah, so I can't stand on that part. There are certain bits that we can't, but then I'm standing on mid-air there. So yeah, there's some animation glitches. Now this is... Yeah, that barrier is because we need to move to a certain spot. Unfortunately, there's the bit of the problem with this early part of the game. It is linearing our movement. So there's that there, and yeah, that's all we can do is talk to this person. We'll get a flight. Into the city. Now, we won't have to use this flight beyond this point, if I remember correctly. Get a view. And then up we go. This is your captain speaking. Please keep your limbs inside the vehicle at all times. Okay, I don't know how that came across. But yeah. If it beats walking, Elmer, you'd have brought your mech with you. Unless if she has one. I don't know. I do like that rock that overhangs nearby. So I've been here a few weeks. It's yeah, they've done impressive for a few weeks, I would say. Wait, we spoke to a pilot, but now it's implying that Lynn is piloting there. So basically all the corporations do their R&D and whatnot. Yeah, Westgate is kind of the main way in and out of the city. So... and we can use none of that. Which is annoying because I want to go into what totally looks like not Starbucks and question if they're paying their taxes on Mira. Yeah. And again, we can take no advantage in any of that. You can maybe sit around in the park for a bit, but that's it. It's a big pity. And so apparently if you're in the military you don't get to have a nice house. You have to stay in the barracks. Okay, I know that's a thing in the real world, but I mean, seriously, I would love to have one of those houses down in the residential district. It's, as I've basically been conscripted, it seems. So yeah, we've got these hoverjet crafts, and yet we've got helicopters that still use propellers. You know, it seems a bit counterproductive to have both, but I don't know. We'll just make our way. Making our way in. I know I can't sing, so I won't subject you to much more horrors. At least today. And, yep, if that's your... if you have airlines and you're a mechanic, you're doing the wrong thing. So, yeah. Going forwards. have to do move on. And let's. So I guess we know where we're going. I don't know. I'm Mira Ali. I want to. Well, yeah, I want it. I totally want it. And we'll just keep going then, I guess. Yeah, I know that's the thing. So yeah, more landmarks. And oh, hello, I see. So, see now your interactivity skills. We need a level 2 skill for that. We only have level 1 at the minute. What's this? So we have someone to speak with here. So yeah, some things you have different things you talk about. Okay, so yeah, we get all these little odds and ends to talk about with people. 10 more crew members. Yeah, I saw that. I'm the only one, you idiot. And yep, there's another skull standing right there. And we can't really interact with shops yet. Well, here we go. Someone who's become xenophobic, it seems. And boink. And yep. So it's like she's not too sad about what she wants, is she? And well, we're going to keep going for where we have to go anyway. So leap over here. You can see. So these are the entrance to the barracks, and we go in. I didn't want to join the military. And well, we've got company. Yeah, rescue, but what really? No, I doubt that. Yeah, and he takes that. I think he probably knows that there's something up. And we are in so little. Well, we are going to be. Well, a little. And we go. So let's head inside. And of course, don't show us getting in a lift or whatever's behind that door. As much as I would love to know. Maybe it's a car. I could use that. I would love one. I mean, Lynn's got her not a warthog. So, yep, inside a barrack area. So, yeah. I like the table. Nice hollow table. So I guess it's okay. Yeah, this is the thing, despite being obviously American voices and whatnot, they still go for some sort of odd names. Well, obviously, yeah, because if I'm being in the military, I guess and he said he's in charge of the military, so. No. I am not going with the military. I want to open up a little shop. I don't know. I don't know. What should I be selling? What sort of things do you guys think I should sell in that little shop I want to open up on Mira? Maybe find some memorabilia. Like maybe, yeah, run a tour company. How about that? Can I please do that? Just run a tour company. Little shop of souvenirs to go with it. Build a nice beachfront house. So work about this. Okay, so Baron. So what's this registration? Government control of us. Government control. So I want to have my thing. And what if I want to live out in the wilderness? I want my beachfront home. Oh, so yeah, I've got to answer another one, so let's go about Blade. Oh yeah, very funny. Just so you can make your military sound. So yeah. Oh boy. Let's a tour guide. You need a tour guide. I will do it. So I know I'm getting a little obsessed with the tour guide thing, aren't I? So people watching, seriously, you end up on a brand new world and pretty much got to rebuild society. What job would you take? Just give me those answers, and I'd love to hear them. To put them in the chat or in the comments, and I'll read out some of the popular ones. Well, popular to me, popular ideas, or even some of the more fun ones. So the big. So looking for a big piece of the shit there. So yeah, we're going to find that. But I still didn't. So I'm guessing the fact we were in a small little escape module meant we were awake before the crash and were ordered into the escape pods. So there is that. And off it goes. Like I said, I like that. Think we can play holographic chess. Just inquire, because we've got to do that third option. So yeah. Yeah, so back to that cutscene from the beginning of the game. And I mean, yeah, like, what is it with Earth and always being the victim in these things? They want to invade us for some reason, or or we just end up caught in the middle of things. I have no idea. Hopefully we'll get answers someday. or whatever. And well, well, yeah, he's right there. We survived, even if a lot of ships were lost in the evacuation. So we bought. So basically, we bought a load of animals with us as well. I mean, we saw a cat. Now, given that comment, it's been 2 years. That means we must. That means we must have had FTL capabilities, or at least moving, because it takes ages just to get out of our solar system. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, what did we do to them? I mean, unless we were capable of, or we were already doing interplanetary travel. Yeah.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat.
Oops, there's a glitch there with the way it showed him for a second. Did we have to set up a government? I mean, given the way it all has ended up here, I'd have been happy if we didn't have that. Oh well, that's yeah, it would do that. So yeah, that's the thing. And yeah, we've got a mission. Take a tour of the district. So yeah, we'll finish this off, and yeah, see, we have that. So yeah, that's yeah, go around, take a tour, and have a look, and decide what you want to do. Yay! I can have my tour business. Be cool. And well, we've got this room here, and that one sets the clock. Okay, I can't do anything with there. My tour business will be a dream. Well, this is a ominous looking zone, isn't it? Oh well, let's head outside. My ray gun makes me think. Well, the ray gun, my laser machine gun thing. That door doesn't go. Head outside. Outside. But yeah, that gun makes me think of a jetpack. The way it's sort of is laid out. I don't know. It's an interesting one. But yeah, we'll have to see that going on. Do that. So yeah, here we go. Which that implies they know who I am from before the memory loss, or at least he does anyway. Yeah. Lynn is. Jeez, Lynn, you're 13. Do not think that way. Or am I just being appropriate? I'm going to geek because I'm a giant mech fan. I hope I can paint one as a Gundam. You know, I know what that does. don't have to tell me again. Okay, granted, for anyone watching, you kind of need to know what they are. Elmer's embarrassed at this. So, yeah, the mouthing is an issue. That's because obviously the original Japanese voicing they're more aligned to. I want one now. Oh, I remember when I first got the game. So annoyed I had to wait ages for one. But yeah, that was the thing. We've got all these little odds and ends. Then so yeah, there's this. Coming up. Then yeah, we got all sorts of odds and ends. You know, give me my giant mech suit. Yeah. So being a tour guide, sorry about that for laughing a little bit there. Being the tour guide doesn't let me take the test. Can I just demand that be the only condition I join the military? That I get to take the test immediately. I want my tour business. Or at least let me do it as a secondary job. And yep, that's quickly. Running. Okay, I'm done. This one. You know, some cutscenes, not proper cutscenes, so I can do this. With the camera, rotate it around, look that way, look that way. See? Yeah, it's not actually attached to my back, which is weird, but then that's because some back pieces do stick out, but see what I mean? It's a jetpack. It's even got the little glowy bit that could be a jetpack. Oh, would come on, I want to friggin' move on. We will go. Yeah, we've got be. Oh, there's one in vehicle mode. No. Well, not. So the scouting console. Basically, it allows you to have an AI controlled team member from another player in the world. So people could use my character, or I could use their character. It's the closest you get to multiplayer. Outside of one other mode, but Blade vote. No. I am. Excuse me while I go and. She's 13, so it would be illegal to whack her around the back of the head like that. Jeez. I would seriously like to point out how to spell. And this is why a 13-year-old needs to be in school. And I'm sorry for getting a bit too loud on that one. Let's just get moving. And we jump up to... Oh, we're not on this terminal, we're on that one. Which helps if I get the correct one, I guess. And we are moving up. Ba, 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 ba. And we will do something. So, yeah, buying and selling gear there.
And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for scale equipment as well.
Yep, buy a scale.
Can you imagine owning your own scale?
Yes, I want to own a scale. Give me a scale. And we will run. Oh. I spoke to these people already, so I've got to run around the front. And one more. Whee! Yep. Yeah, it doesn't really matter how gentle I flick on the thing. It will just move me the same way the entire time.
So yeah, Blade Tower. When you come here, it's usually to
We
stop
will.
by Blade HQ.
Do.
Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam will spend most of their day here.
Commander Vandam. Sounds like you should be a movers person.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. We'll want to remember this.
Remember it to bring it down. I sound so much better in my head than I do in real life.
That's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision.
Yeah, we're not here to have a sales pitch. You're here to waste my time because I'm not allowed any other option than join the military. Because I'm not allowed my tour business.
Let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
So, story mission complete. And we've been going for a couple of hours. Wait a minute. So, save. And... yeah, so... let's quickly run this way. Let's have a look for a moment. Get out on that little bit that pokes out. Now have a look up here. So yeah, a couple of hours have been, and we will call on there. Continue our adventures on this in a couple of days' time. So the schedule for the week I have got it written on the about page of the channel. Bear in mind, subject to alterations as I find things happen or don't happen and whatnot. But tomorrow we will continue playing Doom. Wednesday we will return to this. Once we finish off Doom, I may make an alteration to the layout of the schedule. Saying so, this is back on Wednesday. Thursday we will continue Doom if I don't know how long that game is, so we'll see. And Friday we will continue with Star Wars Battlefront 2. And obviously, again, there could be random streams of Battlegrounds or something else anywhere in between. So I would thank you all for watching. Obviously, please subscribe and comment if you want. Subscriptions obviously would help so you know when I go live. And I will catch you next time. Thank you very much.